Shiny hunting has been a phenomenon in the Pokemon series since Gen 2, where the ones who played usually have the red Gyarados at the Lake of Rage to be their very first shiny Pokemon. We're going to look at the Pokemon games on the Switch and see how long it takes to catch a shiny Pokemon in each one. These games will be Let's Go Eevee, Pokemon Shield, Brilliant Diamond, Legends Arceus, and Scarlet. What is the order you think is the fastest I obtained a shiny? Make your list and watch to the end and let me know in the comments if you are correct. Let's begin. First up is Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. In this game we will be hunting using a chaining method. This method is very simple, as all you have to do is catch the same Pokemon at least 31 times. You cannot catch another Pokemon, shut off your game, or have your target Pokemon flee. Once 31 catches have been achieved, the roll for a shiny Pokemon will be performed 4 times, giving us a higher chance at that Pokemon spawning a shiny. We start with Vulpix and proceed to catch them, dodging other Pokemon, careful not to run into them, but it's not a big deal if you do. And we catch up to 11, and on the 12th... yeah, we'll come back to this one. Next up is Brilliant Diamond, and here we will be hunting using the Masuda method, which was a method introduced in Gen 4 by co-founder Junichi Masuda, in which 2 species of Pokemon are bred from different regions, increasing the shiny odds. Those odds are dropped from 1 in 4096 to 1 in 683 without a shiny charm. But with a shiny charm, it's 1 out of 512. But I do not have a shiny charm in this game, so 1 out of 683 it is. I proceed to the daycare and drop off a Japanese Ditto and an English Swampert, trying to hatch a shiny Mudkip. We head back outside, hop on our bike, and proceed to drive all over the place. We wait until the daycare guy turns around, and we talk to him and obtain an egg. Rinse and repeat, and if we get an egg and have no room in our party, it goes right into the box for us. In order to hatch the eggs as fast as I possibly can, I have a mag mortar with the ability Flame Body to decrease the amount of steps it takes. The other ability to help with this is called Steam Engine. And we continue to do this and hatch out eggs until one is shiny. Let's come back to this one for now. Back in Let's Go, we dropped the Vulpix and headed to Rock Tunnel to hunt for Cubone. During our catching escapade, I discovered some techniques to assist with the hunt. One is to use lures. These will allow Pokemon to show up more often, and whenever I'm to catch a Cubone, I use my second controller to bring in player 2 and throw a Pokeball at the same time to increase my catch rate. When I catch the Cubone, I shake the controller to send off player 2 and continue on my way. We proceed to hit 31 catches, and now we can just walk around and dodge any Pokemon that are in the way, including Cubone. If you walk into a Pokemon that's not Cubone, just run away and you're good to go. But if you run into Cubone, you have to catch it. Do not run or it'll ruin the chain. But now, let's head into Pokemon Shield. This method is a unique one since it's only used in Pokemon Sword or Shield. Now how do you perform it? By doing the max raid dens in the Crown Tundra DLC. The shiny odds here are a whopping 1 out of 300 without a shiny charm, and it's 1 out of 100 with a shiny charm. If you catch all 4 Pokemon, then you have a 1 in 25 chance of one of them being shiny. That is bonkers, like seriously. I hop online so I can have humans instead of the very bad NPCs. And I've been hunting for a shiny Ho-Oh, so I already have this den ready to go and open up for anyone to join. Only Adam was the one to join, and I hope Eve's doing okay. Now it's time to proceed through the raid. We get a choice of rental Pokemon to choose from, and I really wanted one with a rock move for that 4 times weakness to Ho-Oh, but no dice, so I go with Torkoal. Adam goes with Beware, and the NPCs disappoint as usual. We then pick a path we wish to go, and we choose the normal path. This leads to Linoone to being our first Pokemon. As a team, we were able to take down the big ferret, and I caught it. Let's peek at Let's Go and see how we're doing there. Yep, still running around, waiting for that shiny to pop up in the overworld. Keep at it, buddy. Brilliant Diamond? Still driving around hatching them eggs and gathering new ones for the boxes to keep it consistent. Very nice. Now for a new method in Legends Arceus. This one is just flying around listening for the shiny sound. Just having a natural overworld spawn is 1 out of 4,096, and with a shiny charm it is 1 out of 1,365. I do have the shiny charm and start flying around the obsidian fieldlands with only sound effects on, listening for the ping of a shiny spawning. This effect does not appear in Scarlet, which is such a shame. It's a great way to snap your attention looking for an off-colored Pokemon. While flying around, let's pop in on Brilliant Diamond because this is happening at Egg 400. Ah, nothing. I see. Fantastic. How about you, Let's Go? Still dodging Pokemon and spawning in others? Since a shiny Cubone will spawn in the overworld as a green Pokemon, it will be pretty easy to spot, fortunately. Now for the last method in Pokemon Scarlet. Well, more like methods, since we'll be doing 2 methods combined into one. These are the isolation method and the mass outbreaks. The isolation method is eating a shiny sandwich using this guide to not only cause a certain Pokemon type to spawn, but also increase their shiny odds. Combine this with a mass outbreak by knocking out 60 plus Pokemon, drops the odds from 1 in 4,096 to 1 in 3,065. Kinda like having a shiny charm for overworld spawns, huh? Now let's combine the 2 methods along with a shiny charm and the odds drop to a whopping 1 in 512, which is the same odds as hatching eggs with a shiny charm, but you can definitely spawn more Pokemon than hatch eggs by dropping a picnic and removing it to clear the spawns. We are hunting for a shiny Lurantis, which is a very pretty green color and super easy to spot. We make the sandwich for grass types and start knocking out Pokemon. Drop a picnic, rinse and repeat. Oh, Shield is finishing up its first run. They are on Ho-Oh. Yikes, they were defeated. But I was able to catch the 3 Pokemon, Lanoon, Gloom, and Bisharp. A shiny Bisharp. What a cool freaking shiny this one is. Well, Shield was able to get a shiny in 20 minutes and 1 raid. That is really good. Hopping back into Legend Arceus, we spent a good amount of time just walking around, so let's switch to a mass outbreak and give that a shot. We head towards a Paris mass outbreak and start catching like crazy. I'm also super rusty and playing like trash, but I managed to catch a few until I hear... That didn't come from the outbreak. Where did it come from? I start looking around and see another little group of Paris, and one that's color's a little off, and boom! The shiny for Arceus was caught at 14 minutes and 35 seconds, beating Pokemon Shield. I also hear another shiny sound, but I searched and could not find it, sadly. I fear it might have despawned. Back to Pokemon Scarlet, we're knocking out Lurantis one by one, then this beauty shows up. What a great shiny, and this capture is clocked in at 7 minutes and 18 seconds. This is the best so far, being number 1. Now we are back in Brilliant Diamond, still going back and forth hatching those eggs when this actually happens. This was hatched after 415 eggs, which is way under odds, and that can be all done in a single day if you focus hard enough. But this took me 4 days because life happens, placing 4th on the list. Now what about you, Let's Go Eevee? You have been running around this cave in this one spot for a while, but how long? Did you even get a chance at the shiny yet? No? Well, what is it that you got? Wait, what? You're telling me you spent 5 days and hours upon hours of time in this one spot for 1,496 odd shiny that's not even the one you're hunting? Nah, good enough for me. This places Let's Go Eevee on the bottom of the list, and here we have first Pokemon Scarlet, second Pokemon Legends Arceus, third Pokemon Shield, fourth Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, and fifth Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. What a fun shiny hunt. And you know what's another good shiny hunt? This video here, where I hunt as many shiny ghost types as I can within a 2-week period. Check that out, you won't regret it. Now to throw these in home until I can use them all in Scarlet. Maybe.